There's a peculiar grief that lives in long-running stories. Not the loud grief of a finale, but the quiet, accumulating disappointment you feel when a stranger rearranges the furniture in a home you remember by heart. Doctor Who is a home for generations. Between 1963 and now, it has grown odd wings and secret staircases, and sometimes those wings are remarkable. Sometimes they feel wrong. This essay is about 3 seasons that many fans say were wrong in ways that go beyond a single bad episode. This is not an attack on the actress who wore the coat. This is about storytelling, choices, patterns, and whether a show can still be itself when it keeps changing its rules. Before we begin, I want to make something clear. I'm a fan of Doctor Who, maybe not from childhood, but from the moment I first stepped into its world of time and wonder. This essay isn't about gender, skin color, or sexuality. It's about storytelling, about structure, tone, and the heart of a character who has carried 6 decades of moral weight. My critique comes from admiration and disappointment that something once so bold and compassionate could start to feel hollow. Doctor Who is one of the longest running science fiction series in television history. It began in 1963. Part adventure serial, part moral parable, and follows an alien called the Doctor, a traveler from a race known as the Time Lords, who journeys through space and time in a stolen time machine called the TARDIS. On the surface, it's about monsters, aliens, and impossible adventures. But beneath all that spectacle, it's always been about compassion, courage, and the belief that intelligence and kindness can change the universe. The Doctor is not just an alien with a fancy coat. Regeneration is not just a trick to get rid of an actor. It's a narrative device that lets the show reframe the personality of its hero while maintaining a bedrock of values. So let's talk about the Doctor, specifically characterization. Across generations, the Doctor has always carried a core of moral constants: kindness, curiosity, a willingness to stand against violence, and a refusal to normalize cruelty.
You told me the name you chose was a promise. What was the promise?
Never cruel or cowardly.
Never be cruel and never be cowardly. And if you ever are, always make amends.
And one of his greatest traits is compassion.
His compassion is his greatest weakness.
I'm not sure that any of that matters. Friends, enemies. The only way anyone can live in peace is if they're prepared to forgive. I forgive you. I forgive you. After all you've done. I forgive you.
Compassion, then.
Always.
Every incarnation interprets those differently, but they remain the compass points of the character. The third Doctor expressed them through authority and moral fire. The fourth through wit and eccentric philosophy. The 10th through empathy wrapped in mania. The 11th through boyish wonder hiding deep sadness. Then came the 13th, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. And while Whittaker's performance often radiates warmth and energy, the writing around her dilutes those core traits. Earlier incarnations were confident because they carried the weight of experience. Whittaker's Doctor often feels as if that experience was erased. Let's compare a few scenes, shall we? The Doctor does not travel alone. For the most time, they are accompanied by a companion. Yeah, I could have phrased that better. To recruit a companion, the Doctor has to ask them to join their adventures. And if the Doctor does want someone to come with them, he is always confident about it.
Right then, I'll be off. Unless you could come with me.
I just thought, since you saved my life, you might fancy a trip.
Come with me.
Where?
Wherever you like.
But when it comes the time to ask the fam about joining her, the 13th Doctor just becomes awkward.
So, I suppose this is it. Got you back. Guess we're done. Nice having you aboard. Pleasure. What are you going to do now? Oh, you know, back in the box. By yourself? Yeah, I suppose.
It's as though the writing forgot that beneath every new face, the Doctor is centuries old, scarred and wise. In essence, this Doctor has kindness but lacks command. She has compassion but not conviction. And that imbalance makes her feel smaller than her predecessors. Not because she's played by a woman, but because the scripts deny her the authority her predecessors earned. Companions in Doctor Who have two roles. They humanize the Doctor and they act as audience surrogates. Rose was curious and morally magnetic. Her relationship with the Doctor changed both of them. Donna doesn't need saving, she demands dignity. Good companions force the Doctor to learn new things and push the show's emotional center. In seasons 11 to 13, companions often function less like people and more like plot instruments. Too frequently, they are waiters of exposition, entering a scene, asking the question that allows the Doctor to explain, then leaving. That's not a character, it's narrative convenience. Look at how earlier companions had distinct motivations and arcs. Rose sought belonging. Amy had a complex loyalty to her past. Clara was about identity and distraction. Each arc carried weight and consequences. The companions of seasons 11 to 13 are written with catchy lines and momentary emotional spikes, but without sustained growth or durable contradiction. They are companions in name and function, not in character. A companion isn't only there to ask, "What's going on?" Through them, we see whether the Doctor's choices matter. If they don't change, then neither does the Doctor. Good writing hides a scaffolding. Great writing makes coincidence feel earned. Lazy writing hands coincidence a microphone and gives it a standing ovation. Let's be blunt, seasons 11 to 13 have an assembly line of improbabilities. A brother of a random victim is conveniently an alien tech expert, a bus driver who knows exactly where a hidden rooftop skirmish is.
Thank you to Kevin the bus driver for location intel.
See, always ask a bus driver.
The Doctor and companions get lost in space and immediately get found, like a secret rendezvous arranged by a narrative gravity. To emphasize how very unlikely such an event is, let me also show you this clip.
Space is big, really big, hugely mind-bogglingly big. I mean, you may think it's a long way down the street to the chemist, but that's just peanuts to space. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a wholly remarkable book. In the entry in which it talks about dying of asphyxiation after being thrown out of a spaceship, it goes on to say that what with space being the size it is, the chances of being picked up by another craft are 2 to the power of 260,199 to 1 against.
Why does this matter? Coincidence can be a tool for an opening, but when it becomes the engine of plot, you remove agency. Instead of characters earning discoveries through curiosity, they are led by breadcrumbs the writers planted. And when companions exist mainly to hand exposition to the Doctor, they stop being agents and start being explanatory placards. TV has always been political. It can't help it. The best political stories dramatize ideas through character and consequence, not through sloganizing. When a show invites you to think, it challenges you. When it tells you what to think, it preaches. Some episodes in these seasons aim to make moral points, but do so awkwardly, not through lived emotion, but through moral lectures. And no audience, no matter how sympathetic, enjoys being lectured. And they certainly don't when the political messages are morally wrong whatsoever.
I think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Oh, excuse me, I forgot. Season 11 to 13 does not allow the Doctor to be wrong, even though she is, multiple times. Like when she says that Space Amazon, who exploits the workers and killed one of them, is not the problem.
Can't let the systems take control!
The systems aren't the problem. How people use and exploit the system, that's the problem.
Yeah, people exploiting the system is the problem, not the system exploiting the people, I guess. Or like when she said that the giant spiders shall not be shot like the Trump double wanted.
There are living, breathing organisms out there and we treat them with dignity. Here's what we're gonna do. Shoot them! We're not gonna shoot them!
So, what shall we do instead, Doctor? I'm sure you're going to save...
I've got a much better idea. We're gonna lure them in here with the promise of food.
Once they're in here, what happens?
We shut them in.
You're going to let spiders use my panic room?
They deserve a humane, natural death.
Shooting's quicker.
Yeah, let them have a natural death, also known as let them starve to death. That's better. Don't get me wrong, it's good that she is wrong sometimes. The doctors before her were, and this resulted in great episodes, like Waters of Mars.
The future of the human race. No one should have that much power.
Tough.
You should have left us there.
I've done this sort of thing before. In small ways, say some little people, but never someone as important as you. Oh, I'm good.
Little people? What, like Mia and Yuri? Who decides they're so unimportant? You?
For a long time now, I thought I was just a survivor, but I'm not. I'm the winner. The Time Lord victorious.
So the problem doesn't lie in the fact that the Doctor is wrong sometimes. It lies in the fact that the show communicates that she is right.
Oh, I think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
The Timeless Child reveal was meant to be monumental, a revelation that would change everything. And it did, just not in the way the writers intended. Instead of expanding the Doctor's mystery, it undermined the foundation of what made the character relatable. You see, the Doctor was always powerful because they chose to be different, not because they were born different. A Time Lord who ran away, who refused the arrogance of their own people and built a moral identity through compassion and experience. But now, the Doctor isn't a rebel from Gallifrey. They're the origin of the Time Lords themselves, a mythic being without beginning or end. It changes everything, and unfortunately, cheapens everything. Think of it like this. In One Piece, when we learned that Luffy's devil fruit wasn't a simple rubber fruit, but a god fruit, it expanded the world without destroying the past. It fit within what we already knew. It didn't rewrite Luffy's emotional journey. His choices, his dreams, his identity still belong to him. The Doctor's reveal, in contrast, breaks the chain of emotional continuity. The 11th Doctor's near-death moment, when the Time Lords gift him 13 new regenerations, is now hollow, because the Doctor was never bound by those rules in the first place. The grand gesture of mercy is rendered meaningless, and the narrative of a once ordinary Time Lord who became extraordinary through moral conviction, gone. The Timeless Child didn't just rewrite lore, it rewrote the emotional contract between the show and its audience. To be fair, these seasons have moments of real beauty. The cinematography at times is daring. There are ideas, visual motives, small emotional beats that genuinely land. Like when Ryan is excited to meet Martin Luther King Jr. because his mother liked him a lot, but his smile fades as he realizes that he can never tell her about it, since she died in the first episode. A handful of episodes achieved the show's old magic, curiosity, wonder, and moral complexity. The problem is not the absence of talent, it's a lack of consistent editorial discipline. So, what do we ask for a show like Doctor Who? Not perfection, not nostalgia. We ask for honesty. We ask for the show to remember that difficult choices, earned consequences, character growth, and moral friction are the things that make a long-running story matter to its audience. If you love the Doctor, you can hate some of what the show has done and still love it. Critique is a form of affection. We push because we want it to be better. We challenge because we want the narratives to be smarter. We want the characters truer. We want the stakes real. If you are a fan who loved those seasons, I welcome you. Tell me what you saw that I missed. If you're a critic who loathed them, what do you want the show to fix? And if you make Doctor Who, listen. Give the Doctor moral tests that actually hurt. Let companions be people, not footnotes. Trust your audience with nuance. Don't treat complexity like a risk. Treat it like the whole point.